Whether you're discussing two different products, comparing two people, or evaluating different options, being able to make comparisons is an essential part of everyday conversation. In this video, we'll be looking at how to compare a big difference, a small difference, and no difference at all. Let's get started. When we want to compare two things that are very different from each other, we can use expressions like far plus comparative plus than, or nowhere near as plus adjective plus as. For example, the weather in Canada is far colder than it is here in London. This job is far more stressful than my previous one. My car is nowhere near as fast as my brother's sports car. Then what about when we want to compare two things that are similar but not exactly the same? In this case, we can use expressions like almost or nearly as plus adjective plus as, or slightly plus comparative plus than. For example, this coffee is almost as good as the one I had in Italy. This hotel is nearly as nice as the one we stayed at last time. She's slightly taller than her sister. Now, you can imagine what comes next. When we want to say that two things are equal or there is no difference between them, we can use expressions like as plus adjective plus as, not any plus comparative plus than, or no plus comparative plus than. For example, this dress is as beautiful as the one she wore to the party. I don't see any difference between these two phones. They're not any faster than each other. There's no better time to visit than in the autumn. The weather is no hotter than in the summer, but it's not any colder than in the winter. There's no better place to be than at home on a rainy day. Now, let's practice using these expressions in a few example sentences. This cake is far sweeter than the one I had last week. This restaurant is almost as good as the one we went to in Paris. The new phone is slightly lighter than the old one. This jacket is nearly as warm as my winter coat. This flat is as expensive as the one I looked at in Manchester. And that's it for today. I hope this video is far better than any other ones. Remember, whether you're comparing a big difference, a small difference, or no difference at all, there are plenty of expressions you can use to make your point. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.